Our next guest stars in the hit CBS legal drama series Matlock. Skye P. Marshall plays attorney Olympia Lawrence, boss of Madeline Matty Matlock, played by Kathy Bates. Olympia recently discovered Matty has been keeping a big secret from her. Here's a sneak peek at tonight's season finale.
How do you just use people? Like they don't matter.
They do matter. Very much. And I did it the same way you just did. As carefully as I could. I tried really hard not to hurt people, and yet you did. When I had no other choice.
You had plenty of choices, Matty.
Wow, Skye P. Marshall
can't wait.
is here with us now. Welcome.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
We're so happy that you're here, yes. So first of all, before we get into your character, I just want our audience, because I love stories like this, when you find out that something that you've been pinning your hopes and dreams on comes to fruition. Where were you when you found out that you were cast?
Oh my goodness, yeah, I was in Brooklyn sitting in my dentist chair, getting a fill-in.
Oh no!
While I was also caregiving for my mom, who was like in the corner, just kind of like roaming back and forth in the room, and I'm just sitting there, and then I see my phone buzz, and I'm like, oh my god, it's just, oh my gosh. I was like, Doc, take it out. Stop, yeah, take it out. I'll fill it in later.
Or
I gotta go.
Say that with it in your mouth,
Mom,
right?
Get your coat. Grab my purse. Like I was like, and I just needed to get out of the dentist's office. And as soon as I got on the sidewalk, I knew that the moment I called that number back, which was my showrunner, Jeannie Snyder-Urman, that my entire life was going to change. And so I just looked at my mom and I just soaked in that moment. And I just was like, here we go, new chapter. And then they told me, and I sprint up and down the sidewalk screaming, and my mom was just like,
just watching you in amazement.
Yeah. I mean, but you had such a career change, 28, I think. When you switched, you'd been in the military, pharmaceutical industry. Why did you decide to go after this and act and follow, I'm guessing, a passion for you?
You know, it was a hobby since I was a kid. I was the 5-year-old in a tutu, and recitals to performing arts to dance ensemble, but I never thought it could be a career.
Why
and so I just
not?
pushed it back, you know, because, you know, just because you like going to the gym doesn't mean you're going to be a personal trainer.
Right. Why am I going to be the one?
I enjoyed it,
Yeah.
but in my household, it was just an artistic escape, and I used it as my therapy. And it wasn't until 2 years of corporate where I was just sitting there at the desk, and I had like this Ally McBeal moment where I zoned out, and I just saw like 12-year-old version Skye sitting on my desk, kicking the file cabinet, mad at me. Like, this is not what I asked for.
Wow.
And in that moment of just daydreaming, I knew it. I was like, you're absolutely right. It's time to go have some fun.
I love that story. What's Kathy Bates like? She's been on the show, but what's it like working with her? Academy Award winner, a legend in film and television.
You know, Kathy Bates was not what I expected. I had put her on a pedestal. I wanted to bend the knee and say, "Your Grace."
Right.
And immediately she reminded me that she is a real one. You know, she just wants to receive the authentic version of who you are. And she created that space for me to allow not just the fan, but someone who was in pursuit to be her friend.
Yeah.
And to cross over from fan to friend, she made it just seamless because she's always been so honest and straight up with me. And she is my biggest cheerleader, but she's also one of the most extraordinary teachers I've ever had in my field.
Well, you guys on camera together are incredible. And I said to you, the powerful women, the badass women in this show, and the power, I love watching it every week. Did you all know right away that you had that sort of vibe going and that was what was going to come across through this show?
I knew the moment that I was lucky enough to have a chemistry read with Kathy Bates. As soon as I walked in the room, without even thinking, I did the cardinal rule. I broke it, and that is like, you don't touch the talent, especially if they're A-list, right? And I came in the room and I just looked at her. I was like, can I hug you?
Oh, it's great.
I flew all the way from New York to LA.
I gotta hug you.
Right. Delta One, honey. I'm gonna touch you, Miss Bates, because I don't know if this job is mine, but I know this hug and this squeeze.
Right.
I'm gonna own this.
Okay.
And she walked right into my arms, and she hasn't left.
Oh my gosh, we're so happy for you.
This show is so fantastic.
Yeah.
Skye.
Dana's a huge fan. She's always
I'm not going to watch it tonight. I can't. I don't have time. So I think I'm going to wait till this weekend and just savor it.
I love it. We both have the bob going.
And we're fans of you. Thank you very
Yes.
much for being here. What an
Thank
incredible
you.
story.
Thanks for having
Special 2-hour season finale of Matlock airs tonight at 9, 8 Central here on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. Don't spoil it for Dana.